Did you see what? Did you see what yeah. Did you see what
Hi guys, welcome to Real Life with Rons. Today I'm back with a new video, but because I haven't been well, and it's getting to that time, summer, so my hay fever's been hectic. I haven't made any videos basically, so today I wanted to make a new video, and this one was meant to be when I got shipped to Ghana. That's what it was meant to be about. That was meant to be the storyline. That was meant to be the title. So yeah, I want to talk about when I got shipped to Ghana and my experience, and if I feel like it was a good thing or a bad thing, and why I think my mum took me there, and yeah, just all of that. But yeah, you will notice I don't have no makeup on, except from, not Carmix, I found another one. It's called Lip Care. Protect, smooths, dry, clap, chapped lips, you know, look what I'm saying. Anyway, I've got a new one now. So Carmix wasn't there, so I just got this, but it's kind of working like it's Carmix, so I'm gonna go with it. And yeah, no makeup today because of my hay fever. My hay fever's been terrible, so yeah, bear with me. Don't worry, I haven't bought my light in ring yet, so you might think, oh, she looks so dark, or it's not the best quality, but I'll get there gradually. I have to order it online, and I haven't had no time to do that, but I still want to try and pursue videos with or without a ring light, because I know some people would say start your YouTube when you have everything, but some people would say start your YouTube when you feel ready and you've got a camera and the quality is not the worst. You get it, get into it, don't just leave it. So that's what I'm trying to do, just get into it without making excuses, because if I think of all the things I haven't got for YouTube, I won't do it. So yeah, so don't worry guys, I'm not bleak. This is just the lighting that I've got right now. So I think I was about in year 8. Yeah, because I started school, I lived in London. I've lived in London my whole life. I'm British. But I'm saying I started off my year 7 here in Michael Ramsey, some school that was near my area at the time. And then I ended up getting shipped in end of year 7. So that's like year 8. Pardon me. So I think I was probably like 13, 14. And obviously I can't remember exactly what happened, but I think my mum said we're going on holiday, but she slightly said that we might be having to go and stay there for a while. I can't remember exactly what she said, but obviously my brothers are half Ghanaian. We both don't have the same dads. My 3 brothers have one dad and I have my own dad. Their dad's Ghanaian, my dad's Jamaican. So obviously it was a thing where he was like my stepdad, as I've spoken about him before in another video. He was like my stepdad, so it wasn't like I'm going to another person's country and I don't need to be going there because they're no one to me. He was like my stepdad. So when mom said we were going on holiday with him, I thought cool. And obviously my brothers were coming. It's not like my mom just made me come by myself, so it was fine. But obviously the whole like going there for a holiday and going there to be shipped is different. So like when I went there, it was okay for like the holiday bit of it, but then when my mum ended up saying that, oh, she's gonna go and look at schools and we possibly might be getting, you know, put in the schools, like international schools though, nothing like crazy, I was like, oh, I was so upset. I didn't want to go. I was like, oh my god, mum. But at the same time, I knew that it was for a good reason, but I was still young. Like now, I'll tell you after that how I feel now about it. But at the time, I was like, no, like how come mom lodged me? Like, you know, when you're young, all that slang came back into my thoughts. I was like, how come mom lodged me? All the slang just comes out in your head and you're like, no, my mom boiled it like this is a waste man thing. Because those days we used to say those kind of words. So anyway, my mum used to go to different schools and check like if the schools will be okay, and then she took me with her to one school that was possibly going to be the one. It was international, nothing wrong with it, but it was just like the whole like they do use canes, like they are strict with like you have to wear uniform, you're not allowed your hair done and all of these things. They possibly cut off people's hair and stuff like that. So I was like, so yeah. But she finally found a school that she wanted, and me and my brother decided that not even decided, we had no choice, so we decided we'll just get on with it. So me and my brother, after me, we went to boarding school, but it was international, and my twin little brothers went to a day nursery that their dad picked them up from daily. So when we now just been told that we have to start and everything, we had to buy all our uniform. You have to buy like a chore box and put all your products in it, like your food stocks, like milk, cereal, snacks, like just all the things you're gonna take with you. It was crazy. I was like, oh my god, I'm actually going to school in Africa. Like, it was mad. But obviously, yeah, so we bought all of that. You know, we ended up entering into the school. They do like girls' room and boys' room, so my brother had to be with the boys and I would be with the girls. It was crazy. And so we went in now, and obviously everyone's excited, like new person's come, you're a bit shy. I was shy anyway, because I'm thinking, who are these people? Like, and some of them are speaking Tree and Gar, didn't understand. There was 1 or 2 international people, but it was more like people from Ghana that parents had okay money that would put them into international. That was more what it was like. But there was some other people that was from America. They were white or they were from London. So the first day was weird. Like, I think it's like it was bunk beds, and then some people had like single beds, but it was one dorm with all of us. Like, if you've watched, I don't know what film I could say, if you watch something like Annie or something, you'll know what I mean. Like, you all live, it's not like an orphan thing, but yeah, like you all live in one room basically, but it's big. And so my first week I was a bit like, it was mad, because like Monday to Friday is set days in school, and they put us back a bit because we're from London. So the way the kids are really smart in Ghana, you're not going to be on the same level as them unless you're proper smart in general. And I wasn't, because I've had dyslexia my whole life, so I've not been as smart as others. So that was fine. Like, so for example, in London you'll probably be in, like, I was in year 8, but in Ghana they put me into year 6, so you can imagine. But it was fine because I didn't mind. But the first week was mad. Like, we had subjects, you need to learn what subjects you need to be in at what time, you need to be on point with your work. Obviously first couple of weeks they allow us, because we're not from that country, as in we're not born there, and obviously you've just come as a newcomer. But if you get things wrong, they normally do use cane. So they ask you a question, they expect you to know it, so they will use canes and stuff. Like, they will smack you if you get things wrong. Like, it was proper structured, it was not a joke. And if your uniform's not clean, you can get smacked for that. Like, you can get in trouble for a lot of things. So it was proper strict. And then we had a madam, and my brothers had a sir that will look after them. We had a madam that looks after all of us, and she was even quite nice, because she let my mum have her main number. So if my mum wanted to check on me, she'll call my mum for me, or mum will call her, and I'll just talk to my mum and stuff. But it was so, like, scary. Like, and I remember the first time I got smacked, I think it was because I stuttered. Like, you know, they're gonna ask you things like 1 times 1, 2 times 2. You need to be saying it quick. So if you stutter, you get smacked, because it's like they expect you to, like, obviously weekends you rest, and Sunday we have church service in the school, but they expect you to, like, be revising in your spare time, not just chilling. Like, you see, now people can come to school with their mobile phones, people can just go to school and do their work if they want, and if they don't want, they can just, like, walk out the classroom, mock the teachers. But in, like, Africa, well, in Ghana when I went anyway, but I'm like 24 now, so that was years ago, I don't know if they still do these things, but when I went, it was strict. Like, there's no phones, there's no messing around. If you don't know the work they're teaching you and it's not coming into your brain, like, it's not staying into your brain, they'll beat you. But it's not beat, it's like they'll whip you in it. Like, it is beat though, but I don't want to make it sound bad, because it could be a good experience for people. And, like, if your mum or dad does send you, don't feel like they hate you. Well, now that I'm older, I don't think it was that. But obviously when I was young, I felt like, oh, mum, why would you lodge me? Do you get it? And obviously I had my dad's family still in London, and didn't get to see them for a while, because I'm not in London no more, and they're not from this Ghana to come to Ghana to see me. So it was a lot. And after a while though, I got really used to it, and I kind of started to like it. I think the only thing I didn't like was the food, and the fact that on holidays there wasn't really much to do because there's no one from London. Like my friends from London, it's not like I can see them. And them times BBM, Snap and all of that wasn't around. So I couldn't really message anyone from London. It was weird. So I would be with my brothers, or sometimes I'll be with their cousins. I'll be with their cousins because they had female cousins, but they didn't go to the same school as me. So sometimes my mum would hook it up as in I can go and stay with my brother's cousins and their mum, so that I won't just be on holidays by myself. Because holidays, you're allowed to leave the boarding house and go and stay with a relative. But obviously, I could stay with my brothers and my stepdad, but I didn't really want to because him and my mum wasn't together anymore, so it wasn't really like that. But yeah, I preferred staying with my brother's cousin's mum because she's a woman, sorry. Her daughters were like my age group. I was older than them, but they were my age group, and they were shipped to Ghana as well, but they came before me, so we all had the same experience. Yeah, so the only thing I didn't like about it the most, was the holidays. Didn't really get to see my family from London because it was short holidays. And also I didn't like the fact that the food, like with me, I'm a very picky person. I think it's because I'm from two places. I'm from Uganda and I'm from Jamaica, and I'm fully British, obviously, because I'm born in Britain. So my food mindset is mad. Sorry, my hay fever's coming. You can see it. I can feel it. You can tell. So I like plain things, and I don't like pepper, and I don't mix certain foods together. I'm very picky. With food. So the stuff that they'll give you in Ghana, it's not what I would like, except from jollof rice, fried rice, chicken, and maybe some shito. I don't mind. And fried plantain. Love it. And I can't lie to you, Ghanaian jollof is banging. I love Ghanaian jollof, like it's mad. And then another thing I like about the Ghanaian traditional thing is like the meat pies and banana. They would eat like bananas with roast peanuts, and I like that a lot. And I love peanuts, so I used to bang that out a lot. So there is things I liked about it, but there was things I disliked, like eating pepper stew or pepper soup, and like they eat bare pepper, like the Scotch bonnet level they use is a lot. So when it comes to the fufu and all of that, nah, like I'm not involved in all of that. I disliked it a lot, but I still like the food. That if I had to eat fufu and that, I'll eat it, but I would just want them to like make it bland. So I'll probably try and see if I can get a nice dinner lady that might try and like give me a plain stew with it. Sorry guys, I'm so thirsty. Do you like my cups? My glasses, sorry. I got them from Poundland. Yeah, so I'll try and see if there'll be someone that could get me, like, you know, some of these aunties in the dinner room, they're nice. Like maybe a fried fish. I'll just have that with a bit of shito. Shito is even hot, but I liked it more than their proper pepper stews and all that. So it just depends. Like if you get to know people well there, you can see how you can maneuver things in terms of your food. And obviously in our chop box, you got the odd crackers, and like you can't have fresh things like yogurt and that, but you can have like crackers. So sometimes I would miss dinner, lunch, and just wait till I get back to my chop box. And if it's a fresh coming, like say for example we've just come back from a holiday, my mum would have sent money. She would have sent money for me from London, so I would have like I would have fresh things in my box, like all the snacks that I like will be in there ready. So that was calm. So yeah, it wasn't that bad. And like I used to talk to my mum all the time, and like I just respect her a lot because she put something in me that nobody else can, and that was obviously an experience of education in another country and an experience of lifestyle in another country. Because like if she didn't do that, I probably would have been, who would have known, like who would know how I would be now? It could have helped me and my brother to be better now. Like maybe we're like this because we went to Africa and we've got a bit of more culture in us, because we've been in a culture, like environment that showed us like this is how life should be, or this is the things, this, like it's given us morals basically. Whereas London, it gives you morals growing up, but it's a bit more relaxed than Africa. So thanks for that, mum. Now as I look back, it was a good thing. I loved it. It taught me a lot. It made me very more educated. It made me on my grind. By the time I can't tell you the whole story about every single bit, but yeah, there was a lot of good and bad days that I had. Sometimes I missed London, sometimes I didn't, but the main thing is that I made friends. I got more of a better mindset in terms of my future, my education, and when I came back to London, it made me want to go hard. Like, I was all for my education. Like, one thing I can say about my mum, she really put education and God first when it came to us. Like, she taught us about God. She made sure we go to church. She made sure that we got baptized and christened and all these things. She made sure that, she made sure that we had education. She made sure that even though she wasn't as smart as she probably wanted to be growing up, when she had her children, which was all of 4 of us, she made sure that we were smart in our own ways. And I appreciate her for that. And since I came back from Ghana I think by the end of year 10, she rang me and said that, before year 10 started, so beginning of year 10, she rang me and said that she's going to get me a flight for me and my brother to come back to London. And I was just so overwhelmed. I was like, thank you, mom. Like, I miss you. I wasn't actually mad excited, like, oh my God, yes, I've been dying here, I hate it. No, but I was like, oh, thanks, mom. Like, because it was a good 2-3 years, I think. Yeah, 2-3 years that we went, and it was like, yeah, it is time to go now, and it's time to just be on your grind. So when I came back, we just got back into our education. I went into year 10. I'd done year 10 and year 11 here in Crofton, some school in Catford. I got good GCSEs, and from there I just continued. I went to college, St. Charles College. After done 2 years there, got good A-levels, got good BTEC results. Then I went on to uni, Bedfordshire Luton. It wasn't for me. I did youth work. I left. I did 1 year to the end, left. I got okay grades. They weren't perfect, but I got okay grades. So I could go back. I could have gone back in 2 years, but I didn't want to. So I decided, as I've probably told you guys before, to pursue my career as a teacher instead of a youth worker. So I got diplomas in teaching, and now I'm a teacher. So I can do teaching in any country. I can do teaching anywhere. I can apply for any school. I can do assistant teaching. I can do class teaching. I can do supply. I can do teaching and like working with one-to-one disability, like kids that have disabilities. I can do all of that. So I feel like Ghana was a part of that. As in, like, Ghana helped me get to that. So I thank God for going Ghana. But at the time, yes, you will be, I'm just speaking for those people that are going to get shipped. I don't know if people are still getting shipped or people that have been shipped. Imagine, like, at the time, I know how you felt. Like, it's like, oh my God, like, how can my mum or dad do this, blah, blah, blah. This is so unfair. All my friends are in London and I'm getting shipped. And you might even try and not go. But I promise you, when you go and come back, it's like, it actually helps you. It gives you a reality check and it makes you see what life is about. It makes you just be more on your grind because your mindset changes and you see, like, raw, like, I need to be on point. Do you get it? That's how it was for me anyway. It just made me want to go harder, and it made me stronger, and it made me appreciate a lot more about everything. Just appreciate things a lot more. And I just changed a bit more. But and another thing, I wasn't a naughty kid. Pardon me. I wasn't a naughty kid. I think my mum just sent me for a culture check for me and my brother to just see another side of education and see another side of life, so that we always have that in our mind and we know that we've been there, and you know, there's 2 types of lives and you just got to work hard. And yeah, she done it in that kind of sense. It wasn't a thing where me and my brother were mad naughty and then she shipped us. No, it wasn't like that. But I'm thankful for it. I learned a lot of different types of like things, like how to cook Ghanaian food, how to wash clothes, like the way they do it, how to speak Ghanaian, how to do certain dances and stuff like that. Yeah, I did. I even got a bit of an accent. I learned how to say the Ghana anthem of head. Like, it was just bare things, and they were gonna cut my hair, but they didn't. And I just started to not even care about having hair. I just used to pack it back and get on with it, or let them cane row it. When there was a person that would come every Saturday, and you can pay them maybe like a tenner, and they would cane row your hair. So I used to do that. So it's like, it's true, when you're there, you actually don't care about all these things. Like nails and all that is not important. Maybe like when you have a long holiday, and you want to treat yourself, I would call mom and say, oh, because my brother's cousins are getting their nails done, can I get mine? But it was never like the way now in this country everyone wants to do all these things. It was never like that. Like, you wouldn't care, you just want to be a child. I think that it was what mom wanted us to just be kids and really like get on with our mental state, like being educated, just seeing a whole different life. Because when you're here, you try and grow too quick. Do you get it? Like, even me, I feel like I've matured quickly before my age due to being here. Like, being in London makes you grow before your age. Like, you want to do everything before your time. There's too much peer pressure, everyone's copying each other, so it's a different kind of thing. But in Africa, everyone's the same, everyone has the same uniform, same clothes, same choboks, same hairstyles. Like, we're all the same, so there's nothing to try and compete. There was no phones, there was no BBM, Snapchat and that. And even if you had those things, I think it was on the holiday. It would never be a thing where you would be just on it. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, so that's my story about getting shipped. That's most of it, because I can't talk about the whole thing from A to Z, like the whole 3 years. But yeah, I moved up from different classes. I did graduate from different class to class. I did start getting my grades on point, and I did well. And all the teachers liked me. And when I left, everyone was sad. And all the friends I made, I was sad to leave them. But it was a good experience, and I don't think it's the worst thing if you get shipped. So I just wanted to share that. I've got more videos coming, and I pray that you guys will like and subscribe, and yeah, comment down below if you actually do want to speak to me. If not, just like that, I'll be grateful even if you just like. But thank you for watching Real Life with Rons. Hope to see you guys soon. Bye.